Hello and welcome to the Catacombs Café. My name is Liv Miles. I'm a paranormal romance author whose books you can download and read for free, usually, if they're available, simply by scanning the QR code located in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I would point, but I always point wrong. That way. No one saw that. No one saw that. But don't worry, they're not really available right now for free because they're currently enrolled in KDP Select, but if they are available for free, that is surely where you will find them. Today, I am just puttering. I am puttering with tech. I'm making sure my stream is set up properly because I would like to start streaming again, but I need to get settled in once more, figure out what I'm doing, who I am, my purpose in the world, I don't know. And I need to make sure all my technical stuff is up to snuff. So that is what I'm going to be doing for like a half hour. You won't miss anything if you click out of this, but if you would like to come by and chat, you are, of course, welcome to do so. Let's see, so we have a Whispers and oh my goodness, Captain Erasmus Storm and Stream Elements. Well, obviously we know who the coolest one is. Hello, Captain Erasmus Storm and Peanut. Oh my god, with the gloves. What up, dog? Welcome to this channel, Mr. Peanut. My name is Liv Miles, and I hope you're enjoying your day. I know, with the gloves, right? Aren't they freaking cool? Aren't they nice? My opera gloves. Dude, these cost me $7 on Amazon, and you can look at, you got the thumb, they remove the thumb and the forefingers on both hands, so you can use your smartphone devices or whatever else, and they're 100% UV protective. So take that, sunspots. You thought gloves were cool, check out the pocket watch. Yeah, what's up? A vest, a brocade vest, and a pocket watch, because none of us are having a mental breakdown. Listen, you deal with your midlife crisis in your way, and I'll deal with it in mine. And mine involves a pocket watch. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. It's pretty cool. Again, like 28 bucks. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to get cool stuff, but I love it. I love the little engraving on the outside, and it functions. It's a wind up, so I just gotta keep winding it at least once a day. Can you hear that? Satisfying. Anyway, how are you guys? What's up? Nothing good. All right, so I need to figure out what I'm doing on this stream. It was basically meant as like a test stream to figure out, is all my stuff still working? Can I still hear the background music? Is the chat working? The first thing I notice is that I can see the chat on my iPad, which is like right there. Look right there. But I can't see it on the screen, so that may well be the first thing that I putter with and waste time with today while the baby's sleeping. Let's see. Peanut says, I'm driving, but I'll be listening at a red light right now. Ah, well, that is quite all right. Do not get in a car accident on my account, okay? Where is my beverage? Ah, here we are. Okay, so this beverage today, it used to be wine, but it's been watered down quite a bit since then. Now it's just like strawberries, seltzer water, pomegranate juice, ice, and whatever remains of my soul. Oh, it's very good. I like it. All right, what's going on? I missed you guys. Thank you, Captain Erasmus. I'm glad you love the fit. Watch out for Jack the Ripper. I will be watching out for him. I love the 1890s clothing. I'm sure you've noticed this about me by now, but I just freaking love it. I just love this style of like that stuff. You should see the skirt I'm wearing too. This is long. It's got like the button paneling on the front, and it goes down to my ankles. And I do have almost knee-length lace-up boots to accompany it. I just love the old 1900s, late 1800s style. It's so much fun. I love dressing in it. It's elegant, but also kind of serious. It looks like you are not to be trifled with, but also a bit crazy, a bit unhinged. And that is a vibe I can go for. Now, let me see. What was I doing? So what are you guys up to? How have you been? It's Friday. I was thinking maybe I should do a Friday night stream this week. What would you like to do together? Would you like to watch videos together and comment on things? Would you like to read things together and also comment on things? Random chit chat? children permitting. That's always the caveat, right? By the way, black roses. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm such a lady, right? But yeah, black roses in the hair. That's how we're rolling. You can't waste a good hair day. But yeah, I'm just trying to think about ideas of what I could do for the stream to make it fun if I'm going to do it as a regular thing, because I really do like doing it. It's just, I don't want to waste people's time. And on Fridays, it's like, that's prime real estate. People host things on Friday. It's Friday nights, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm just hanging out, being my own crazy self. Perhaps that could involve books. I don't know. Captain Erasmus Storm says, midlife crisis. That's cute. Meanwhile, I'm in a consistent life crisis paired with an eccentric personality and an existential complex. Not even dread at this point. It's a duality of love for life and a disdain for living. Yeah, I understand that. I feel you, sir. That's probably why you came here. I do apologize. That do be rough. Oh, I get it. Watching things sound interesting. It does sound interesting. We could maybe arrange like a watch party of some sort. I wonder what would be good. Maybe I should start a channel on the Discord, and so people can submit videos. I'm just worried about what they'll submit. Like, is it going to be something like pornographic or political or I don't know. I'll have to think of some ground rules for that, but that could be fun. We could watch something. Let me see how I can pull up the chat here, because I don't see the Whispers in the Dark chat on my thing, and I want to see. Okay, yeah. Restream chat. Okay, can you just like get up here? Ah, there it is. We did it. We did it. We did it. I'm proud of me. Hell yeah. Watching things. Good. So we solved one tech thing. At least, thank you, Lord. We managed to do one tech thing, and we got it down. Okay, so next. Can I chat in my own chat? Like, I see your chats, but where do I chat to me? Maybe I have to just pull it up like here. Go into Twitch. Yeah, we're gonna type with opera gloves now. I don't usually wear them while I'm typing. Usually I wear these while I'm outside in the world. You'd be amazed at how people react to you when you start wearing like Victorian clothes out in public, like a true nut. Most of the reactions are pretty positive. Most people are just kind of like shock, which is understandable. A lot of people will say, I love your outfit, or, you know, I wish I could wear that. And it's like, dude, you totally can. You totally can. There's nothing stopping you. Like, let's bring it back. I'm so tired of, algorithmic aesthetics. You know, that's one thing I've been meaning to talk about. Here, let me just see how my commands are working before I go off like a total nut. Drink. Does drink work? Liv Miles Books is served a blood-warm cup of stardust tea. Enjoy the taste of the void. All right, good for me. Captain Erasmus Storm says, I think it goes without saying people shouldn't post any of the smutty stuff, but then again, people will be people. They really will, man. You would think it would go without saying, but Twisted, hey Twisted, remember the time I got a memes channel in my Discord and you immediately posted pictures of the nether regions of, you know, males and every other inappropriate joke. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta lay stuff out at the beginning or people get rowdy, which is fine. At least you guys are interesting, okay? If you cross a line, I'll let you know, and I know you're adults, so you can handle it. Damn it, but sometimes you just gotta lay stuff out. Peanut says, you should do a react video to something in the AI discussion space, book content, etc. Haha. That's an idea. I should do a react video to something in the AI discussion space. I could certainly rant about AI. That never runs thin. You know, I was gonna do a formal video about this. There's part of me that is always hesitant to talk about the topics that I want to do formal videos about, but that's kind of a silly impulse because I can always just make another video. Most people aren't going to watch this stream. Only the creme de la creme, the best of the best, the apples of my eye, the diamonds of the first water, the lilies of the field, only they are watching this stream, okay? So that's you guys, and that's anyone who tuned in after the effect. Love you very much. And if you haven't, at hand while I have your attention because you're awesome, you should go ahead and subscribe to my newsletter, which I just linked in the chat, because I give out free videos that people don't see unless you're subscribed to my newsletter. So if you want to see newsletter updates whenever I choose to give them that no one else sees, that is the place to go. Subscribe to my newsletter. But regardless, what I was actually going to say is that I would like to discuss AI topics or any other topic that I plan on doing a formal video about. I will resist my own natural hesitation about it because, you know, you guys, you're used to me repeating myself. I don't think you're going to be put off that easily. You are the strong ones. So I could definitely talk about AI shit. You know, one thing I was thinking about is how fashion trends evolve. And the person who brought it to the forefront of my mind was clavicular. Now, who is clavicular, you might ask? Which, yes, is perhaps the most annoying username that I've ever heard. It's an adjective, or is it an adverb? Clavicular, having to do with one's clavicle, like collarbone. And he is what one would call a looks-maxer, which is someone who has decided to make vanity their entire life's pursuit. All he wants to do is maximize how attractive he can be, because this is the meaning of his life. And to this end, he undergoes many plastic surgeries and treatments. But the way he actually makes his money is he live streams himself going to clubs and making out with many women, especially in front of his girlfriend. He seems to enjoy the jealousy this incurs. And then he posts these clips online, and he just kind of feeds off the drama and gets clicks and views and things. And there was a moment where Michael Knowles, the conservative political commentator, said something to the effect of, wow, that clavicular fellow, you know, he's got some smart ideas. He really does, you know? He's wise. And for a second, I thought he was being sarcastic, but then after listening for a few more sentences, it became clear that he wasn't being sarcastic. He was being sincere. And I don't think Michael Knowles actually thinks this. I think he's trying to court Clavicular's massive audience of Gen Z men who have become so disillusioned with life and people and dating and trying to be popular that they are clinging on to whatever advantage they can find to get themselves ahead in life, or at least make themselves temporarily more popular. Yeah, so that guy got my attention. And it led me onto a bit of a spiral of my own, which I will rant about in greater detail. Hold on, let me check my chat. Oh god, that guy, says Captain Erasmus Storms. Yeah, you've heard of him? What a charming fellow, isn't he? Yes, clavicular. Good lord, I just don't even like saying that name. I guess I'll call him Clav, but even that isn't that much better, but it's shorter. It's easier to just vomit up quickly. Suggestion for watch party. 2004 Van Helsing, says XYZCH9UC. I don't know if you're subscribed, sir, but welcome, XYZ, and it's a pleasure to have you and to hear your recommendation. That would not be a bad idea. Van Helsing from 2004. Is that the one with Kate Beckinsale? Boy, I'm amazed at how underexposed I am to vampire and werewolf movies, despite the fact that I love vampires and werewolves, and I write books about them. Yeah, so if I won't get in trouble, if I can verify that I won't get in trouble for copyright reasons, we could maybe make that happen at some point. That might be fun. XYZ says, plot has more holes than a cheese grater, but it's a bad movie that you watch for the spectacle rather than the plot. The movie can allow for commentary on what was done wrong and right. That's very true. I enjoy that sort of storycraft conversation. I had a similar gripe about Dracula, A Love Tale, which came out in 2025. I still liked the movie. I still really liked it. And it hit all the right feels for me in terms of the romance. In terms of the the developmental editing, I sure wish I was on the staff, because I would have pointed out some rather obvious things that they probably should have known about before they rolled with it. But you know, what do I know? Let's see. No, but that is also a fun trilogy. Indeed. Oh, indeed. Yeah. So looks, maxing, and clavicular. This guy. So as I was watching this guy's meaningless content, and by meaningless content, I mean, like, if you were looking for a streamer who has the least valuable content of anything you will ever consume, and I'm counting myself in this assessment, okay? It's not like I'm giving you gold right now, but maybe I am. But man, so he prides himself on vanity. His whole deal is trying to make himself as physically attractive as he can possibly get. Apparently he's under the impression that this confers upon him certain advantages, which of course is true. Human beings do treat attractive individuals better, but I dare say that he is classically unwise. By that I mean, I cannot think of a character in mythology or classic literature that has ever decided to make vanity their sole pursuit and has ever met a good end. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you go through the pantheons of Greek literature or Greek mythology, Vikings, anywhere, any culture, have you ever come across an example of a character who had a happy ending, who was totally obsessed with their appearance, and that's all they thought about, that's all they did, just vanity, vanity, vanity? No. We even have a word for it, narcissist, which of course is overused on the internet nowadays to the point of annoyance, but you know, there is a word for it. And even the Greek character Narcissus himself ended in tragedy. Didn't he drown in a river gazing at his own reflection? It's been a while since I've, you know, perused Greek mythology, but I'm pretty sure it didn't end well for him. So there's that. But as I was looking at his content, excuse me, I couldn't help but notice that the women he were courting all had the exact same style. A tremendous amount of flesh being shown. Practically naked, like tube top, tiny little micro shorts, basically underwear. Clothing that looked like it would probably fall apart with a single wash, which is by design, not by accident, because fast fashion nowadays is exactly that. Fast, short-lived, not meant to last you more than a few pictures that you post on your Instagram or wherever kids are posting now, and then they just discard it, and that's the end of it. And it's terrible for the environment, of course. Polyester production sucks. Mass production of cotton has its own agricultural, you know, ills that it brings with it. But this mass consumption is terrible for the earth and for the planet, but I think it's also probably bad for our souls. Instead of thoughtfully choosing garments and really considering how we're presenting ourselves to the world, we're no longer dressing for each other in our immediate social circles, we're dressing for a performance for the internet. And back in the Victorian days, everything was a performance. Everything was super performative. It's the one thing you'll learn very quickly if you start learning about Victorian etiquette, especially if you happen to be writing historical paranormal romantasy books, and you're going to be releasing them soon. No one's shilling here. But the audience was for each other. It was not for the internet. And that has changed. Now we're not performing for each other. Nowadays, if people are going out of their house, they'll wear sweatpants and a t-shirt, and that's totally acceptable. But if you're going online, then it's like, let's show as much skin as possible. Let's be optimized for the algorithm. There's actually a word for it. It's called algorithmic aesthetics, and you see it all the time with the fake tans, the lip filler, skin, bleach blonde stripes in the hair, especially the two pieces in the front. That was a recurring look that I saw with the women that he was flirting with. Everything looks like it's coated in butter. I don't know. It makes me worry about our trends, because even fashion trends are now micro trends. Fashion changes every couple of weeks because no one wants to be caught wearing last week's clothes. It's just disgusting materialism on display, and I think it's bad for our souls, it's bad for our hearts. I don't like it, so I've chosen to go in the opposite direction, and now, at the ripe old age of 37, I've decided to wear straight up 1890s attire because, one, I love it, and I would regret not doing it. I know I would look back and be like, why didn't you just rock the outfits that you love? Just do it, dude. Why not? It's just you anyway. And then two, it's just a little statement against our times. It's like protest art. Every day I get dressed and I put on a piece of art instead of a piece of clothing, and it's a little invisible statement even if I only understand it. And it's just a statement of like, nope, I am colonizing this space. I'm not just claiming it, I'm colonizing it with myself. Perhaps there's two meanings there. Anyway, I see the chat is talking, and I apologize for ignoring you. I just got on a tangent. Back to the eyeballs. Back to what we do. Captain Erasmus Storm says, truest beauty lies in the way one treats those around them. To live selfishly and within their own thoughts is a revelation of ugliness. Stains across their face, no matter what they may do to preen and impress. Beauty emanates from the soul, not the skin. A.W. Clark. Indeed, that does sound like something you would write, Mr. A.W. Clark. Incidentally, to anyone watching this, A.W. Clark is the author in question on the stream. Bookmark him, remember him. I am awaiting your vampire love stories with much anticipation, and I mean that with zero sarcasm. I'm excited for your work. Yeah, watch me dox you. Well, I don't mean to. I'm trying to promote you. What's the difference between promoting and doxing? Is there a difference? If you don't want me to pimp your shit, let me know ahead of time, because I enjoy promoting people that I like. It's a thing that I do. It makes me feel good. And, you know, and if you ever got big, I of course could credit it to myself. I could be like, yeah, well, that's because I shouted you out to 3 people on my stream. No need to thank me. No need to thank me. Yes. What a world. Anyway, incidentally, this pencil that I'm shaking autistically is it's a mood changing pencil. So like, if you I don't know if you can see it, but like, hold on. Yeah, it changed color. It turns green. Ah, what fun. So, but I'm wearing gloves, so joke's on you, pencil. You will remain dark as my soul. What else was I talking about? I was going to, like, at some point do something. You know what? I was trying to set up a sound in the chat. Exclamation point, bell. Because sometimes I ignore the chat. A bell sounds in the darkness. Well, I didn't hear a bell. Did anyone hear a bell sound when I did that? If you did, or if you didn't, let me know. The reason I did that is because I wanted to have like a chime that would go if I wasn't paying attention to the chat, and you could just be like ding, and I'd be like, oh, what, and I would hear it. But I unfortunately not. Darn it. Oh well, thank you for letting me know. We will have to putter with that anon. Just another thing, I'm not a tech savvy person. I know I've said this once, twice, 10 million times. And I will say it again, but I will find a way to make the bell work at some point. Damn it. The time is 4:02. Excellent. That's fine. I still have to work on my book, You Will See Her Again. I just need to... Okay, so listen, guys. The book is written. It is drafted. It is mostly edited. I say mostly because after I got a message on Facebook from someone telling me that they found a whole bunch of errors in book 1 of Wandering Wolves, I was like, oh snap, and I set You Will See Her Again aside, and I immediately cracked open book 1 of Wandering Wolves, and I started going back through and proofreading and trying to do some quality control here. And then I forgot where I was on You Will See Her Again. And this was a cause of procrastination. So, I need to finish my proofread of book 1, which is 2/3 of the way done. And I need to finish You Will See Her Again, which I think is also about 2/3 of the way done if I had to guess. And You Will See Her Again is much shorter. I really should just crack down, perhaps tonight, perhaps tomorrow, but this week, absolutely. I mean, we have a new month ahead of us, right? The month of August. In this month of August, in this beautiful month of August, I need to finish some things, and I think that would be the best way for me to go forward. And if you have unfinished projects, by all means, come on board. Let's finish our shit together. I need to finish proofreading book 1 once more, getting that tidied up, because I do care about giving you good books, but I'm a one-woman show, and I'm not using AI to just generate my shit, so unfortunately it takes a little bit longer to do things. That's just how it is. I need to finish line editing and proofreading You Will See Her Again, which is only like 14K words. So, you know, it's a novella. There's no reason why that shouldn't be done in a week. And then after that, I need to finish reading Dracula, because I'm halfway through Dracula. I've been meaning to finish reading it, and I keep putting it off. So I feel like a month should be more than enough time to finish reading half of a book. Oh, good gravy. It's crazy to think that we're halfway through 2025. We're halfway through this. Like, and I don't think I've read a book in its entirety, unless you're counting children's books that I read with my kids. But if it's just like books that I'm reading for my own self-betterment, I've not really taken a chip out of books. I've read a lot of articles and posts, even newspaper articles, but I've not really read a lot of like fiction, narrative fiction. So I need to have at least one. I do not want a year to go by without having read a book. Come on, man. Additionally, Practical Magic 2 is coming out in September, and I would really love to have read the book Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. I have it over there. I'm cheating. I'm glancing. But I need to have read that. I would love to have read that this year too, so that way I could compare it, perhaps. Oh, don't die. Don't die, tablet. We're getting too old for these goddamn computers, Captain Rasmus Storm says. Indeed, sir. I'm telling you. Oh, can we just go back to like smoke signals? Paper and pen, please. I feel like the fact that I'm even streaming right now, this is my peak technological awareness. Maybe making book covers successfully for my books. I feel proud of myself whenever I can figure out how to do anything remotely techie. It does not come naturally. There is much screaming and swearing and carrying on. But we do what we do around here, don't we? I was recently gifted Dracula, but haven't started it, Captain Erasmus Storm says. I can read up to where you are, and we can finish it together if you like. Hey, by all means, if you want to do that. I'm on chapter 16. So if you feel like doing that, by all means, go for it. You may well finish it before me. I was thinking about reading it on stream. I don't know if people are into like classic literature being read on stream, but it might be a nice like ASMR, an ASMR stream. Just take it, clip it, put it in its own playlist, and if people need to fall asleep listening to me for some reason, if for some reason that soothes people, then by all means. I definitely also need to narrate my own audiobooks. That is another project in the offing that must be attended to. And it's a bit intimidating. I know how to record things. I have my microphone. This is a professional mic. I have a setup. I could do it. It's just, I'm always worried it's going to be more complicated than I assume it's going to be. But regardless, I do not want to use an AI voice for my books. And yes, people, I understand that eventually I'm going to have to use some sort of AI in my workflow, other than asking grammatical questions or, excuse me, as a search tool. But I'm just so remiss to do it because I hate AI voices. I don't like them. They're like, they sound tinny. I don't understand. They just sound tinny. And then I feel bad that I can't afford to pay thousands of dollars to hire a narrator. Because here's the thing. Producing an audiobook, if you aren't recording it yourself, is thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars for a single book. And it's a bit of a process. It's complicated. And it's a lot cheaper for authors to pay the $70 or whatever it is to 11 labs and just have it spit out an audiobook for you without errors, without problems, readers aren't huge fans of it, but they'll kind of deal with it because I think they see what way the tide is turning. I would rather have my own books recorded with my own voice because I can afford this. This bitch works for me sometimes. And try my best to give you audiobooks that I am that I make myself. But one project at a goddamn time, okay? One thing at a time. Whew. Yeah, glad I yammered on. You know what? I have a newsletter coming out tomorrow, so perhaps I'll just post a link to this stream in my newsletter, so that way I can be like, yep, there it is. Because I haven't sent my newsletter out in a few months. Usually I send it out twice a month, which is links to free books that I'm promoting with other authors, news about my own stuff, and of course an exclusive video, which is usually just me talking about like what I'm working on, much like I'm doing here. Which makes me think maybe I should just link this stream, kill two birds with one stone. I don't know. Just happy you guys are here. Happy to hear from you. Happy to see you. Captain Erasmus Storm says, smoke signals are too modern for me. Just communicate through cave paintings. Indeed. You'll find them when you're meant to find them, right? A message in a bottle. Although I suppose bottles came after smoke signals. You really don't have to, though. I don't know. Man, there's so much to do. XYZ says, train AI with a child's voice. The child's voice will change with age, so the AI voice won't follow them into adult life. Indeed. It would be very strange to have a child's voice narrate my books, however, given their content. That might land you on a list. You know what I've also been doing? I've been oil painting. Did I show you my paintings? Let me get them. Hold on. One sec. Alright, so here's some painting, right? Okay, so I made this one a while ago. This one's kind of a rookie. I don't know if you can even see it. It's like a field, some stuff. I did this one, it's another field. I was trying to do like field studies. Like I was just trying to get better at painting like flowers and grass and shit. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, and I did this one. This one was for you, Twisted. Twisted! This was based on a photo that Twisted took while he was storm chasing. It's a tornado, and it's still my favorite one to date. I like this one the most. And Twisted, if you don't give me your address and claim it, I'm putting it on my wall, like over there. Okay? Because I like it. It's too much of my favorite to not be shown off. Pretentiously. Oh! I just got myself in the eye with my own art! Blinded by my art! Wow, that really hurt. Anyway, can I get paper cut with canvas? I didn't know it was possible. So I was doing 4 versions of a still life. Actually, really does hurt. I'm blind. And I was doing this one in blue, and then this one in purple. I'm still not done with this one yet. But like I'm still working on getting like glass looking nice. Oh, it really hurts. It hurts. I'm suffering for my art. And then these two are still under paintings. So like it's like you do like an ochre sort of painting beneath the freaking color, and then you layer the color shit on top. So these two are done. These two are not done. But fortunately, I'm blind now, so I am relieved of any obligation to paint ever again. Was it my green eye or my blue eye? This is my blue eye. I think it's my green. One of my eyes is like greener or bluer than the other. I wonder which one got it. Anyway, I'm gonna put these back. Oh, no. Which one was it? It was my green eye. It was my green eye. It's alright. Alright. Anyway. What time is it? It's 4:13. Okay. So, XYZ. Sorry, missed what you needed the AI voice for. Yeah, scratch that suggestion. It's alright. I just needed the AI voice for audiobooks eventually. Maybe, but the thing is I'd rather use my own voice It's nice to avoid the backlash, and I don't like how AI voices sound regardless. And of course, yeah, I can't help but feel bad for the AI artists who are getting their jobs taken, or the AI voice artists who are getting their jobs taken by the AI bots. How did I get my eye? It freaking hurts! If I get an eye patch, would that be too performative? I mean, I already have freaking opera gloves and black roses and a freaking pocket watch. We may as well just go all out and get an eye patch, okay? We're going full iconic. How about that? Let's see. Captain Rasmus says, Liv, yes, grabs you by the shoulders and shakes you. Compose yourself, woman, or else with bedlam. I know. It's female hysteria, darling. It's female hysteria of the highest order. Oh my goodness. Master your emotions. Stiff upper lip, darling, as you Brits would say. Ah, yes. British composure. It is now 4:14 in my neck of the woods, which means that despite the fact that I am having a good time, I must let you all go because I have to go pick up my children and do motherly things. But I will see if I can come back tonight. It is Friday night, and by tonight, I mean perhaps 6 or 7 hours from now. So if that helps with the time zone difference. And yes, I plan on picking up my children from their schools in exactly this attire, because that is how we roll. If you enjoyed this for whatever reason, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, especially to the newsletter, okay? The newsletter is where I do all the cool things. Well, hold on, let me just, there, socials. I put it in the thing one last time. Feel free to subscribe to the newsletter for free, awesome video updates, because why wouldn't you? And I'm gonna try not to gouge out my other eye. Ugh, good gravy. And I will talk to you all soon. I hope to see you all later on tonight. I apologize if I can't. Sometimes I have 3 kids. Sometimes they act up. That's just the way it is. But I will make an effort to be on tonight, this Friday night. I bid you all adieu. Thank you so much for showing up, and I will see you next time. Take care. And watch your eyes. Do not